And almost immediately after the Wests were sentenced, District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer spoke with the media about how this case unraveled itself to become what it is now.
She acknowledged why the Wests won't be tried again for the 2 counts related to Orson, which included second-degree murder, and shared never-before-heard information about the case. Eyewitness News reporter Leslie Valle continues our team coverage tonight.
Jacqueline, West, Trezell West, they were not victims. They were murderers.
District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer sharing details for the first time in more than 2 years when she first announced there was enough evidence to prove Cincere and Classic, also known as Orrin and Orson West, were murdered by their adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West.
Cincere was killed in Bakersfield, never made his way to Cal City, and that Classic may have been there for a couple of days, then disappeared. So we knew that. That's not something I told you early on.
Zimmer reveals that at the time, she couldn't share more information because it would have been unethical and would have jeopardized the case. Another reason she held back was for law enforcement to gather as much evidence as possible.
Numerous searches, 47 search warrants were conducted in this case during that period of time, looking for all evidence in this case, but looking to see if there was any evidence at all that would have shown that those children were alive.
Although the bodies of the boys haven't been found, Zimmer says it wouldn't have made a big difference.
If the bodies had been found, they might not have shown what the cause of death was.
But regardless, she says they always knew the unthinkable happened to the boys.
An adult can run away, be under an assumed name, something like that. So we have to be, well, we're careful regardless, but these were children and they would not have been able to provide for themselves. So it was pretty obvious something horrible happened to them.
Zimmer also reveals that the Wests will not be retried for the charges that didn't reach a verdict, which was the counts of second-degree murder of Orson and conspired to commit crime. She says the decision to not do so was a difficult one.
Some of the most impactful testimony was from children, was from the children in the home. And it was very difficult on them, and in essence, they had to testify against their parents.
And shockingly, prosecutor Eric Smith thanked Trezell West's family for also testifying.
In this case, those individuals, Wanda, Philip, and Josiah, were truthful. They provided the truth in this case. That's something that's extremely hard to do when it's your son that's looking at a prison term or being accused of murder. They provided that to law enforcement in the beginning, and they did that throughout.
Zimmer says she's pleased with the outcome of the case, but they're still hoping for one last thing.
The people that know where the bodies are Trezell and Jacqueline West. And if they want to truly do the right thing, they should tell us where those children are. Cincere and Classic. Those are their birth names. And I'm not going to use the other names that their killers named them.
Leslie Valle, Eyewitness News.